Bro, can you believe it? We made a freaking game, man. How cool is that? Dude, I know, man. I'm so proud of us. 2 more weeks to go. I mean, what can go wrong at this point, man? We have a clear runway, nothing to get in the way, no other games, nada. Everyone's going to be playing our game. They're going to love it so much. I'm so excited. I know, bro. It's going to be so nice. Let's just sit back, relax, enjoy ourselves until release day. Hell yeah, man. You want to watch the new E3 bullshit, the fucking Gamescom, whatever? You know, maybe there's some cool games for like next year. They're going to be announced, I'm sure. Sure, man. Yeah, of course. Not like there's going to be something that comes out that's going to totally fuck us in 2 weeks. I know, bro. Wouldn't that be crazy? Man. Why does this always happen? I feel so incredibly bad for the team that is creating the game Hell Is Us. And that is because it is coming out the same exact day as Hollow Knight Silksong. Now, if you don't know, Hollow Knight Silksong has basically been breaking the internet for the past several years. The sheer amount of hype for this game is unfathomable. I can't express it enough. So it's safe to say that this game that's coming out the same day, it's going to be out of the limelight for a little bit while Hollow Knight Silksong has its moment. That being said, I do believe that Hell Is Us is still worth your time. There's a free demo on all the stores. There's a free public demo that you can try out, and I think it might be worth your time. I bought this game immediately after I finished playing the demo, if that says anything. Now, if you're like me and you played and beat Outer Wilds and you've been looking to get that same feeling, if you're like me and you've been looking for a game that's in that vein, you'll be pleased to hear that when I first fired up Hell Is Us, I was greeted with this bold statement that promises, hey, no hand-holding. If you want to figure shit out, then it's on you. Okay, so what is Hell Is Us? I'm gonna get a little bit of heat for saying this, but it's an action-adventure Souls-like, mystery, unraveling action-adventure game. I say Souls-like mainly because there's enemies with floating health bars, and then also, you have to manage gear. I'll get to the combat later because they do something fun with combat that I do think is worth talking about. For it to be an effective puzzle game, you have to be intrigued by the world, and I think they're on point with the moody atmosphere. It's rainy, the audio is crisp. I mean, it's like crackling candy in your ear. They nail the audio, and they actually introduce some puzzle solving aspects with the audio, which I think is pretty neat. The mood is just on point, and the world is intriguing enough that it makes you want to explore, makes you want to kind of figure out what's going on. And that kind of initiates at the start of the game. You're presented with this cutscene. Now, I do have a couple of issues with the cutscenes in this game. They're not the best. Probably dialogue-wise, there's this cutscene later on that's completely pointless, but to start with, you are presented with this cutscene.
It's a true serum. It's still experimental, hence the polygraph. I would have tortured you, but my employers insist I use their concoction. Now, let's begin. How did you get into Hadia?
The yellow brick road.
Well, apparently, needs more time. While it's going through your system, curious about something. Why did you do it?
Anyone in my shoes would have done the same.
I think you overestimate human beings. I don't think you realize the time, money, and resources that went into this operation. You pissed off the wrong people. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You were smuggled out of Hadia at age 5, grew up in the foster care system, and dabbled in criminal activities. You managed to pull yourself together and become a decorated soldier. After decades of trying to get back into Hadia, well, you decided to take matters into your own hands. Oh, it seems we are ready. How did you get into Hadia?
I asked for a transfer to the UN peacekeepers, who had deployed inside Hadia. It backfired. When the paperwork cleared, Hadia's civil war was in full swing and the peacekeepers pulled out. I reported to my new unit, stole some gear, and crossed the mountains.
Why come back?
Fuck. My parents. I wanted to find them. I needed to confront them.
How did you know your parents were still in Hadia?
I didn't. My only memory was that my father was the blacksmith of a village of Jova.
Getting into Hadia is just as hard as leaving. Tell me, who smuggled you out?
My mother.
What happened?
She sat me down in the back of a truck, gave me her necklace, and shut the door.
She didn't say anything?
She told me, never come back.
Okay, I believe that this cutscene is doing a great job of drawing the player in and posing the question and making us think, what am I doing here? What did I do to get in this situation? What's Hadia? What's this world that I'm in? I think it does a great job of doing that. However, I believe that this cutscene could work a lot better if we had this triple chin guy, which, by the way, he looks awesome. I feel like it'd work a lot better if once you see this truth serum, you don't have to have him comment on it. You're already showing us. I don't know why you have to tell us also, and I'm worried that's going to be like a recurring thing throughout the cutscenes, which is a small thing. I mean, the world and the atmosphere in the game more than makes up for it. It's just something I think that could have been improved on. So let me get into talking about the puzzles. You really have to pay attention to very small details in the environment. Like you can be talking to an NPC and you have to like pick up certain portions of their sentence. They'll tell you about something like, oh, hey, I lost this old watch. If you happen to find it, bring it back to me. There's no objective markers telling you, hey, go back to this spot, or hey, you found this, you can complete this. You're presented with this investigation board where you can connect different clues and you can find out like, oh, hey, there's this area, I need to go explore this more, which is exactly how Outer Wilds worked, which is embarrassing. I didn't realize Outer Wilds was like that. So for like 80% of the game, I was just frantically looking around, not realizing I have like this red string, bulletin board that I could have been referencing that would help me out figuring out like which areas I should be looking at and prioritizing over others. So you have that here. If you look in the background, there's symbols that you see like behind a character, and you start thinking to yourself like, I wonder if that's going to come back. So really cool. I'm excited to see more of that stuff, and I hope that we do get more of that stuff. The way that combat is introduced to you in this game. The way you're introduced is, I think, the silliest, cringiest, most nonsensical way I think I've ever seen implemented in a game before. The way it happens is you walk into this area and a cutscene triggers. And in this cutscene, you are presented with the basic, the lowest level common enemy type that you'll be encountering in this game. And you start shooting at it because you don't understand it, and it starts emitting these like crazy glitch effects which look cool, but you'll see in a second it goes way over the top, and it just starts smashing the place up. You turn into a bumbling idiot that's falling on your ass, cowering, crawling backwards away from this thing, and boom, in comes this hero that saves the day, goes to save your ass. It's so over the top and ridiculous. You're doing ballerina backflips. They're slicing this thing up. There's so much choreographed shit that's going on. I can't tell what's happening here. Like, look at this scene here. Can you tell me what the fuck is happening? There's so many effects on the screen. Like, why are you doing that? It's so unnecessary. And finally, this hero, they, defeat the little object that's emitting all these glitch effects, and then boom, out of nowhere, they get stabbed in the back. They sacrifice themselves. They kill the basic enemy in the game. They kill them, and they cartoonishly, comedically just topple over. And if you thought that was ridiculous enough, the character then walks over. You take their sword, you take their uniform and put it on, and steal their drone that was following them around, their pet drone, and all of a sudden you're a badass ready to take on the world. Like, I can't tell you how close I was to just shutting off the game, and I'm glad I didn't, because the gameplay is actually fun, and it does a few unique things, and I'll get into that in a second. But this cutscene is so useless. You could have cut this out and it would have been the exact same. You could have had the character just come across the sword and the uniform and the drone and just had him say a couple lines as you're equipping it. Like, oh, like this is a weird looking sword, or oh, look at this drone. I wonder if this is something I can learn to use. Like, anything. Like, I'm not like a Steven Spielberg like of dialogue or some shit. I'm just saying, like, you could have done literally anything but this and it would have been so much better. And I'm worried that just because of this cutscene you might lose people, but maybe that's just me just overanalyzing, which I tend to do. So that out of the way, here's an example of one of the puzzles. Like, you actually have to like pay attention to some of the hieroglyphs, which also feels like a callback to Outer Wilds. Like, you're deciphering glyphs and gathering clues from the actual in-game written lore. Like, you're picking up pieces, and you have to like look at all of these different tablets, and they'll actually help you solve the puzzle. Like, they'll tell you the order. It's just very satisfying to solve these puzzles and open these doors. It really, like when you're in there, you are in. You're like, yeah, this is like a cool ancient civilization. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and I think that's top tier. And the combat itself, it does something unique. You can have multiple different weapons. You have your drone that you can toss out to distract enemies if you're getting overwhelmed. You have basic healing, but one interesting thing is if you get a good combo, you basically knock off chunks of the enemy and they start floating around, like the particle effects start floating around you until they conjoin into a circle around you, where at that point you can hit a button and it'll actually trigger a healing effect. So that's another cool way you can heal, where it like really encourages like aggressive gameplay. Like, you really want to hit them because then you'll actually be able to heal up the more you hit, which I think actually teaches some people to play less passively. A lot of people play like holding block. I'm playing Demon Souls right now and I've been super into it, and one thing I struggled with was not being aggressive enough, just blocking, parrying a lot. But you need to know, like, go in and start getting hits, and I think this game, Hell Is Us, does a good job of encouraging that. It doesn't matter where you look in this game, like, there's always a hidden trinket or something that you can find that might come in handy later, and I think that's really cool. That's gonna make you want to explore more, and once you're in the game, you're just, the vibes are right. But yeah, hopefully this convinces you to maybe try this game out. I know you'll be having fun playing Silksong, but I think this game totally deserves your time, and Might not be like an absolute masterpiece, but I think if you're into those kind of puzzle solving games, this will be right up your alley. And let me know what you think. I'll be playing it. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention. The main menu totally freaked the fuck out of my dog. It's okay. It's just a little dot on the TV. See? Don't be scared of. It's okay. My Neppy. Neptune. It's okay. You're okay. You're a good boy. You're safe. I'll protect you. I'll protect you. I'll turn it off. Here, I'll turn it off. See? Better? There you go. There you go. You happy now? Yeah, okay. You were so scared. You were barking and growling at it. You're so scared. This one. You were so scared. You were so scared, weren't you? You were taking a nap. Did I bug you? Oh, did I bug you? Did I bug you? Wake you up from your nap. You're not going to play that scary game no more, huh? No, I'm not going to play the scary game no more. It's too scary. Alright, get out of here.